Bring them in. We are now joined. I see Joe Mantenga. Are you Radio Row in LA?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you got it. I'm here in Super Bowl world here.
Look, I see Ronnie's in too. Hold on, we're adding Ronnie to the stream too. Ronnie Marmo is going to join us. I think he's in there. He's still figuring out the camera at this point, I think. So Joe, first things first, man. Gigantic fan, obviously. Love everything you're in. Especially Hannah Montana. I thought that was one of your things you ever did.
Excellent. The things you do for your daughters, you know.
How is Super Bowl land treating you this year?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, if it's not going to be the Bears in the Super Bowl, at least the Rams are in it, so I guess that'll be good.
Absolutely. How far off do you feel like your Bears are?
Oh God! You know, you're talking to a guy who's a Cub fan, so I thought they were off by about 107 years, and then they finally made it the 108th year. So I guess I can't feel too bad about the Bears. At least I saw them win a Super Bowl in '85. So we'll see what happens.
We were saying before we connected, you've got this look, no matter what you're in, you are an intimidating guy. Like, even if you're in something, I feel like you get that on the street when people walk by. Do you have that intimidation factor with people?
No, I don't know. I think it's just the roles. You know, you play Joey Zaza and Fat Tony. They all think you're about to shoot him in the back or something. But, I mean, I'm a sweetheart. Come on.
Just when you said that, it scared me a little bit. Like there might be a little pee happening right now. We're gonna add in your cohort, if you will, right now. We are joined also by Ronnie Marmo. Hey, Ronnie, how are you?
Good guys. How you doing?
Good. I see Ivan in the background. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Joe, how is Radio Row treating you? How are you enjoying yourself?
This is good. Yeah, this is kind of a unique experience. I've used the press junkets, but not looking at giant posters of football players all around. But it's great.
It's awesome. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are. Joe, you're a Chicago Bears fan. Ronnie, are you a football fan? What's your team?
Yeah, I'm a huge Steeler fan, even though I grew up in New Jersey, which is crazy. I like the Giants, but I'm a huge Steeler fan. So
very cool. So all right, I gotta do this because it's hysterical that you guys end up on the show. Goz is the one who books you, but I have been saying ever since basically the wardrobe malfunction that we needed a new Lenny Bruce. We needed somebody to come out and just find the appropriate way and almost be like a martyr for comedy and entertainment to get us back to not taking it so seriously and allow us to be ourselves. Now here you guys are, and you're doing the I am not a comedian, the Lenny Bruce story. This has been going on for a while, the show. Joe, you direct. Ronnie, you're starring in it. What made you attracted to the Lenny Bruce just saga?
Well, I did another play about 17 years ago where I played Lenny. And, I'm a little young for Lenny, but I knew who he was. But then when I did the show, I fell in love with this guy. I realized, wow, we have so much in common, first of all, but how important he was to comedy, to society, to all kinds of issues. And so after a couple of runs in this show, I decided I wanted to write my own because I felt like it's an oxymoron, but I felt like it was a safe version of Lenny Bruce. And we should not be doing a safe version of Lenny Bruce. So I wrote my own. And to give you an idea of the play, the lights come up and I'm dead naked on the toilet and the show doesn't let up. Literally. So it's cool. It's great. And I'm just lucky I get to do it. And I think Lenny's voice now more than ever is needed,
Joe, what made you want to direct this thing?
Well, I'm a believer of the saying, if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. And so when Ronnie came to me with this material and showed me what he had in mind and doing a play about Lenny Bruce, I thought the writing was great. And I thought, here's a chance to put a guy naked on a toilet to start the play.
I said to Joe, if you want to see me naked, just ask. Like, you don't have to do it in the play. It's like, Joe had a bright idea. He was probably laying in bed one night going, how do I get him naked?
Well, because that was the part of the thing. When he did the reading for me of the material he had, he says, I said, well, how did he die? He says, well, he died. They found him naked on the toilet. And of course, I started my career doing the play Hair in 1969. And I thought to myself, well, geez, I was naked on stage for about a year and a half. I said, I think this kid, he'll be able to take it. I said, what do you think about it? He'll start you on the toilet naked, take it from there. It seemed to have worked out.
I don't know.
Joe, his little sick fascination. He's so full of it.
I don't know how the timing works out, but you're both on Criminal Minds at the same time at one point. Is that like when this comes to pass? Like, how's the conversation?
No. You know, that was a total coincidence, I got to say, because Ronnie came in to audition for an episode. I'd already been on the show maybe 10 years at that point. And the director, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even say I knew the guy. But the director of that episode saw his audition and thought, this is the guy to play the role. And I was just so happy to hear that, because I knew, because the casting director had seen him do the Lenny play. And it was the casting director who came to me and said, I want to have this guy on the show. I said, absolutely, have him audition for something you think he might be right for. And that's what happened.
Yeah,
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned Criminal Minds for a second there. It's like a whole fan base that we see years past that go back and maybe watch it. Same thing with Lenny here, that I think for you guys, one of the most fascinating things is going to be what the crowd's going to be like. I feel like, Levack, you mentioned this about comedy, that this younger crowd is going to watch Lenny and learn about Lenny and be like, this is like nothing we're used to anymore.
Yeah, it's true. You know, it's been fun to watch this process, because we've been doing it. We'll be open, June will be 5 years we've been running. Did a huge run in LA, Chicago, and New York. We're still running in Chicago. But it's been interesting to watch. You know, first of all, the old timers come who love Lenny. And so they feel like they're going to see their favorite rock concert. I do his bits, they get excited, you know. But then the younger generation, it's interesting. There's a lot of great conversations come as a result of the show. I always say, like, come with an open mind and understand that, you know, there are other thoughts beyond your own. And it's been cool in that way. There have been a few people who've walked out of the show as well. Not everybody has an open mind. But that's fun too.
It's great when the young people come through, and then with even my youngest daughter, who's like 31 years old, she came up to me after seeing the play and said all she wanted to do was run home and Google Lenny Bruce to learn more about him. And I think that's what it's doing. It's spurring people's interest, as the younger people, as to who was this guy and why was he so influential.
Could either one of you guys, I mean, we've got Joe Mantegna with us, and we've got Ronnie Marmo with us as well. And the show is I'm Not a Comedian, I'm Lenny Bruce. Could either of you kind of channel Lenny Bruce and tell us what he would think of this Super Bowl matchup, any of that? I know it's not exactly his wheelhouse, but just to have Eminem and everything, and the Rams and the Bengals, I just imagine Lenny Bruce would say something pretty entertaining about it.
Oh, that's funny visual, the Rams and the Bengals. Yeah, I think he would, he'd probably say, let's, I don't know. Let's go smoke a doob and eat some snacks and. What would you say, Joe?
I don't know. You got a tiger and you got a sheep with a horn. You know, I don't know. You find something in there.
That's very funny. It's very funny.
What's the rest of the week look like for you guys out in California? You guys doing more hits? Are you guys going to do some filming? Like 2022, when you're out there in California, maybe you've got some other projects on the way as well coming out there on the West Coast.
Joe's working on it.
Well, I'm on a series now called As We Speak, which is on Amazon Prime right now, which is a wonderful show, I think, created by Jason Kingdoms, who did Parenthood and Friday Night Lights. It's about three young adults on the autism spectrum, and my oldest daughter has autism, so it's something that's very personal for me, and so that's I'm very happy about that. And I'm just happy to be in California, where it's supposed to be 80 for the rest of the week. Being from Chicago, that's a big plus in itself.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and I just shot a TV pilot in New Jersey. And listen, when the work comes in, you take it. But my real focus is on making sure we tour this show so everyone gets to see it. You know.
All right, so we're in upstate New York, and it's definitely something I'd like to check out. How does it move? Is there a way I can help move it up this way? I mean, is it something? Would you be interested in playing the Palace? I mean, like, these are the kind of things I need to know.
Absolutely.
No, we're taking it on tour. We open up and we tell them the Florida dates.
Listen, I did a movie. Well, we're opening next week in West Palm, and then we're going to Tampa, and then we'll be in Chicago all along. But I would like to come up. So yeah, we would love to talk to you about that. But I did a movie in Utica. I was in Utica for a month. So if I could sit in Utica for a month, I could do anything.
Yeah, you definitely want to wait a couple more weeks. It's butt crack cold up here right now.
We got good Barbados, Utica Club.
No offense, but it was it wasn't the most exciting month of my life. I have to be honest.
There's not much to do in Utica besides eat. We will find you some good Italian restaurants in Utica. I'm telling you, there's some hidden gems.
I ate at all of them.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's
right.
all I did was eat there. That's it.
We're trying to get these guys up here, guys, not over in Utica.
Fine,
No. We would love to come up and play in your area. I mean, it would be excellent. So So yeah, we'll definitely connect on it. You know, let you know
either,
what's happening.
Either one of you guys want to make a prediction of the big game, or
I hope it's a good game. That's all. I'm leaning toward the Rams because I've lived here a long time and I like this Cooper Cup. Like he's the kind of guy. If I was 10 years old, he's the kind of guy I'd want to follow him. But this guy, I love the quarterback of the Bengals as well. So it should be a good game.
Yeah, as a Steeler fan, I don't want the Bengals to win, but they're pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie, that kid's got some juice. You know, I have a feeling the Rams might play tight, and the Bengals may just run away with it somehow.
Listen, I got a sizable amount going on the Rams, so I'm hoping Joe's a little more right.
Okay, so I'm gonna root for the Rams for you.
There we go. All right.
There we go. All right. And if it's enough, I'll
See
have
how
fun
quick?
when you guys get here.
You got it, man.
I can be bought and sold. I'm cheap. I've been in radio a long time.
Oh,
Gentlemen, I
us too.
love both your work, love everything you guys do, and it's phenomenal. And we appreciate you taking time, and best of luck. And I hate saying this to other man, but I look forward to seeing you naked on the toilet.
There you go.
Listen,
You'll
you and Joe
love it.
both.
You'll
Listen,
love
whatever
it.
you do, when you come, don't sit all the way house right because apparently the mystery is really
You may
over
not
if you sit all the way.
not sleep well for a couple of nights after, but it'll be all right.
We'll make sure they turn up the heat in the theater that time.
There you go.
It's freezing in there, exactly.
right.
Gentlemen, safe travels. Stay Ivan. We said hi. We appreciate you.
There you
Thank you.
Ivan, say hi.
Two amazing guys. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Ivan naked.
There's Ivan. There's Ivan.
Ivan, are you naked?
Don't.
Ivan's going to be naked in a few minutes. That's what we're
Yeah.
all doing.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
There we go. Joe Mantenga, Ronnie Marmo. It's gonna. I'm very interested in that. You know, I've always said ever since everybody got super tight, we need a guy like Lenny Bruce who just doesn't care what happens to him.